Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. I screwed up, and I didn't even realize I did it, but I screwed up. With all the stress that was going on in my life prior to leaving a SHOT Show, I never even checked my P.O. box. I finally remembered I had a P.O. box yesterday and stopped by, and this was waiting for me. This is the next rendition of the Going Gear EDC Club. It was probably there at least a week before I went to SHOT Show, so this is a late edition of the kit that you would be getting if you have joined. Now, I'll show you what's inside. We'll go through each individual item. These, the EDC Club at Going Gear, it's not like everything else, you know, the other subscriptions, there's tiers. It's one going rate, it's less than 60 bucks, it's $59.95. And they guarantee that every pack, you have at least that in value. It always exceeds it. If you haven't watched any of the videos I've done so far, I'll put a link floating above, and they'll have the other videos I've done in a playlist for you. But they always give you a card, and it tells you what you get in that pack for that month. And I'll put a bigger picture up here real quick if you wanted to look at it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, we get 5 items in this month's kit. And I'm gonna dump them out and tell you what we got. All right, so I'm actually pretty impressed with this this month's EDC Club, because there's some things in here that I've always wanted and never ever remember to purchase. So hopefully you'll like what I show you. First up, we'll start with the small first. This is a Eat Your Coffee Caffeinated snack bite, and it's cocoa espresso, non-GMO, 65 milligrams of natural caffeine per 0.8 ounce bar, it looks like. A shot of espresso in every bar. If you know me, you follow the channel, I'm a coffee fiend. This bar looks like they just threw it in. There's no associated price on here, but they do give you a code that I won't show because I don't know if you get the code unless you're part of the club. But they do get one here, try 3 for free. Just chip in the shipping. But let's, I'm a coffee fiend, and I've been working about 20 hours a day. So let's try it. All right, so it's like a little brownie. It's about 1.5 inches by 1 inch. It smells like a Cliff Bar type deal. I don't know if you can see how it'll zoom. It's like a brownie base, more like a chocolate chips and nuts. It's actually pretty cool. It's not that bitter. You would think espresso. Pretty good. Hopefully I can finish this video without getting the shakes. So that wasn't bad, actually. And those would be great. Throw it in your pack, you know, a couple, 3, 5 handful of them for, you know, snacks to keep you on the go if you're out on a hike, or if you're going to be an extended camping trip or whatever. I'm sure I'm going to feel that 65 grams of caffeine shortly, so let's motor through this. But in looking at their card, it's non-GMO, it is vegan, and it's kosher and gluten-free. So if you fall in one of those ballparks, then these would be for you. Now, next in the EDC Club is something that's important. As a firearms instructor and somebody who carries guns, I train people to put holes in people. And far too often, other instructors don't stress the amount of, you know, how important it is to fix those holes or shut off that leaky faucet, especially if it's yourself. When I preach carrying tourniquets, multiple tourniquets. In fact, I just went through the airport in Vegas, and they asked me why there was a tourniquet in my backpack. And when I asked, you never know when you're going to need to stop bleeding, it was like a light went off. So this is a rat's tourniquet. If you're not familiar with those, I'll open it up and show you real quick. This one comes in that like safety orange type color. The rat's tourniquet is $17.95 on the Going Gear website. And let's open it up and show you what it is. So when you uncoil it here, the rat's tourniquet is different if you're familiar with like a cat or any other style, or, you know, whether you're used to a strapping type, a ratcheting type, or even a you know, like a giant rubber band type. So the rat's tourniquet is a smaller band. You can see that there. Okay, it's a little bit of stretch, so you can stretch that out and really wrench it down on whatever limb you're putting it on. Now this cleat is what keeps the pressure on, and we'll show you how to use it real quick. So I'm not going to splay myself out on the floor, but you do a loop around your 3 fingers, it's a, you know, a trucker's hitch. You're going to pass that around your bleeding limb or whatever, and then you're going to pass the other end through. And you can see you can set this up so that you can do it with one hand, and it's even easier if you're focusing and not watching your frame on the camera. But you just cinch that, and then you're gonna, you know, pull tight and wrap it around that limb. And once you get it to the end of the actual tourniquet itself, you're gonna go right back to that cleat, through one side. Try to do this so you can see it. Back down the other, and that's gonna hold the pressure. And if you do it right, you can see that I have severely cut off circulation in my arm. And obviously it's a tourniquet, okay? So train in them. And there's also a tag there so that you can write in the time that you put it on. You should always have at least one tourniquet. If you have kids and a wife, you should have at least one for everybody in your group as well. Can't stress that enough. Don't ever skimp on medical. Now the next thing, I want one of these, and I never got around to doing it, and I'm glad that it's in this pack. This is a Bankwest bag, and this is their Fat Pack Gen 2. This is the new one. Let's show you what it's like here. First, we'll show you the back here. There's plenty of MOLLE. You can attach it to your plate carrier, to your cummerbund, to a pack you already run with, whatever. Even if you have one of those MOLLE attachments on the back of one of your seats for your vehicle, tons of way you can mount this. Vertical, horizontal, does not matter. It has a pull tab here, and it is made of Cordura fabric. There are side zips. I have to do this actually facing you, not me. So there are side zips there, okay, with a good little amount of cordage that you can just rip it down. And then the pull tab has Velcro to it. Rip it open, there you go. There's all kinds of options inside here. This is great if you want to do like a med kit. I mean, it's not going to be a full-blown med kit, but this could be a very quick, efficient boo-boo kit. You can see here that there's a elastic compression strap there. You have a couple different pouch areas. You have plenty of room to put things that you want in here. And it doesn't even have to be a med kit. This could be whatever, food rations. You want to use this for camera gear, you know, memory cards and stuff like that. Hard drives, whatever you travel with, fantastic option. Doesn't have to be like the tactical stuff. This is easily usable for everyday normal life stuff if you don't run like that. And then you have a shock cord here, and you have multiple loops there of MOLLE with the shock cord through it, so you can put whatever through there. Use your imagination. Zip it back up, and it does have a red little keeper there that'll tell you it's like medical, because it's the international sign on the bottom. One thing I really like about this is the zipper. Instead of gripping the actual pack and zipping it, you use a little pull tab. You just pull onto that. It makes it much easier, especially if it's on your plate carrier. Fantastic little option. These come in at $34.99 on the Going Gear website. Worth every single penny of it. And you can see it has a field of female Velcro if you want to add a patch. And they also have one of those in here too. Let me show you that. So they also threw in one of the Bankwest Super Lumen med patches. This glows in the dark. Does come with the female backer as well, which if you want to sew that onto something, you just throw that bad boy right on there. Lets everybody know that's a med kit. Okay, it's on there securely, and let's show you how bright it is. I'm going to charge it up here with my Warrior X Pro. Just came out today too. Check the links. So you can see, if I can get it dark, all these studio lights, but yeah, there you go. You can see it's already glowing. Only 2 seconds of charging. Fantastic little option. You can, I mean, the uses for this are endless. $34.99 in this month's EDC club here, and well worth it. Last but not least, this is the item that I said that I've really always wanted this thing. This is a KeyBar. It's one of those cool things that serve a fantastic purpose as well. KeyBar, if you're not familiar with them, it's an EDC, a way to keep your keys all in one little fold-out item. I'll show you some pictures here because I don't have one yet, but we'll open this one up. And this is aluminum and micarta. You can have your keys stick out and you just rotate them in and rotate them out. You can put keys on each side. And if you look inside, there are some spacers on each side. You just put the spacer between your keys and you unscrew those screws to get this apart and then tighten it back up. They also throw in a couple pair of different length screws, so if you have more keys than this allows, you're good to go. They got you covered. I've really always wanted to thank you, Going Gear, for throwing this in this month's pack. The micarta KeyBar on the Going Gear website is $59.95. So this alone is the same amount you pay for this month's EDC club, and you get everything else in this for free. Just these two, actually, if you all these items together, it's 117 plus. It's $117 for $59.95. It's a pretty cool club they have going here. If you're not familiar with it, I'll have the other videos above in a playlist, and I'll have it down below in the description. I'll have a link right to Going Gear so you can check them out. If you're not familiar with them, it is the place to be if you're into EDC stuff. They've been around a long time, and I'm very impressed with what they're doing with this EDC club, because there hasn't been 1 month yet that I have said I'll never use anything in here. Everything so far has been put to use. And if it's not by me, it's because my wife has stolen it from me. So they have some great stuff. Check them out. Going Gear, thank you for sending this to the channel. My apologies for not checking my mail during the stress of packing and everything going on in Virginia. But check them out. Links down below. Till we see each other again, I am Jared, showing off the EDC Club for this month from Going Gear. Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.